What's up guys, this is Major Tutorials, and today I'm going to show how to make a YouTube background. And now I got unlimited time, well max time is 12 hours that I can upload. So yeah, this tutorial might be quite long because I'm going to show like about almost every way that you could do it. And by that I meant make a YouTube background. And I don't want to get into further detail on that part. Okay. Anyways, first, if you got Cinema 4D, you could do this part, make your text 3D. But if you don't, then you could just skip ahead. What you're gonna want to do is go to MoGraph and then MoText, and let's see, you can just put whatever you want in the text. I'm gonna put Major. Wait, I'll be making a background for someone else. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna make the def 70, and I'm gonna change the font. Let's wait for this to load up. Okay, and just choose whatever font you want. I'm gonna choose Transformers bold. And that's a pretty nice font right there. I like it. And what I want to do is I want to make a back layer to this, a back color or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, and what you're gonna want to do is to do that, you're gonna go to your MoText, press Control, hold down Control or Command on Mac. I'm on Windows, so hold down Control and then click on your MoText, drag it down till you see an arrow pointing to the side, and then just let go of both. And now it'll duplicate our MoText. Or what you could do, if you want to do it the easy way, Control D I think it is, and that wasn't it. Okay, well, Control C. Okay, it's Control C and then Control V, and that would just duplicate your text, but I think it's easier doing it the other way. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your second text that we just duplicated. You're gonna go to caps and then start cap. You're gonna make that fillet cap, and then end cap, fillet cap. The end is gonna be fillet cap also. Make the steps 3 and the radius 4. Steps 3, radius 4. And if you see it, we're starting to get like this nice rounded kind of shape, and that looks really good right there. What you're going to want to do is go to your second MoText, the one that we duplicated, and the def is 70, so you're going to want to do that by half. I don't know what your def's going to be, but half of 70 is about, let's see, 35. So I'm gonna make the def to this 35. If you're not good at math, I think you should probably use something like 60, def 60 for your first one, and then so half 60 is 30. And what you're going to want to do once you get your def in half, you're going to want to go to this little icon right here to bring up all your different views, and then you're going to want to go to your top view and click that little icon again, and just scoot your screen over, and then you're going to want to bring your second MoText that we duplicated. You're going to want to bring it to the back just so it's lined up straight. Whoops. If it's like this is the one we're moving, you're going to want to bring it over top this one and bring it all the way to the back where they're lined up straight. 0 centimeters is what I had to bring mine to, and just so you get something like this where there's a back into this, and so that's good right there. And we could just change the colors to that, and So what you're going to want to do, we're going to need new materials. So go down to this material section and double click, or you could go File, New Material, and just double click on your material. And sorry, my phone's ringing. Okay, well, I got up to answer my phone and then it stopped ringing and everything. Oh well. Okay, now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to your color and then make the color whatever you want. I might go for a pinkish color because I know that's what color she likes, and something like right there. And then you're going to want to go to your reflection. You're going to want to check that and then make the brightness. I usually make it about 18, and then the texture, you can make this Fresnel, and then make the mix strength about 28, 25, something like that. And specular, you can go into the specular and you can change this to metal, and it darkens it a little, but you go back up and change the colors if you don't like it that dark or whatever. I'm just going to keep it the same, and I don't think it changes the color if you use specular. I mean, if you use metal. But let's see, I'm going to make the width about 55. You can change this up to change the color, so maybe about 95 is good for me. The height, let's make that 25. The fall off -2, and then the inner width -5. And we get like this little kind of bump or whatever, and you could add anything else you want. Let's see, I'm just gonna stick with this, and you're just gonna want to drag that material onto the back or front. If you're doing it like me, I dragged it onto the front. And what you're gonna do next, hold Control, click on your material, hold Control, and slide it over until you see the arrow facing to the side. Or you just go here, click on it, Control D, Control V, Control C, Control V, and it'll duplicate your material, and then double click on that material, go to color, and I'm gonna make this about I'm gonna make it some kind of black. And this one, you could just turn the specular off if you're doing it like color on me, like me. And just so we get like this nice dark black, and that looks good right there. And what we can do next is, you're not going to be able to see it if you don't add any lights. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, let's see, go to lights, and I'm going to add infinite light, and I'm going to press R on my keyboard to bring up the rotation tool, and then on the let's see, on the P, on the rotation, the P axis, I'm just going to keep rotating this forward, something about like right there. Sorry if you hear background noise, but there's a train going by my house. I had to pause it because of that train. But anyways, we added our infinite light, or you could just add a normal light, or if you got a Gorilla like Kid Pro, whatever it's called, you can use that. I got it, but I don't feel like having it go pull out and everything, and it will take a while. And for the people that don't even have it, that will be like wasting the tutorial. But anyways, what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to go to your render settings, go to output, and then you're going to want to make it film and video, and then make it HDV/HDTV 720 29.97, just so you get the YouTube size. And then go to save, and let's see, change this to whatever you want. I'm gonna go for let's say JPEG. I'm gonna select alpha channel, make the depth, I'm gonna make it Well, usually I choose 16-bit, but I guess not. Go to anti-aliasing, something like that. Make that best, and then go to effect, ambient, occlusion, and then color correction, and let's see, depth of field and global illumination. Those are the ones I always use. And on the global illumination, change that to the GI mode, change that to IR plus QMC still image, just so you get a better effect. And then go to the radiance cache, something like that, and make the first one, make it low, and the second one, the record density, make that low. So you got less render time. At first they're set to medium, but I always set them low. And that's about it on the render settings, so you can just exit off of that. And then line this up like however you want it. I'm gonna go for something that looks more 3D when I put it in Photoshop. So about right here. And all you're gonna do first, I'm gonna change this text to this, to her name. So let's see, I'm gonna do the same on this. Okay, and now let me see. So it's something more small, and so let's see, and then just render it out. And let's wait for this to finish. This one's not going to take that long. Okay, now it finished rendering out, and so what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, Save As, Still Image, and change this to whatever you want. Let's see. I'm going to say that it's PNG instead. Make the depth 16 bits, and then click OK. And then I'm going to save it to my desktop. And then I'm just going to minimize Cinema 4D and move right into Photoshop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my my template, my YouTube template. And if you want this one, I'll put a link in the description for you to download it. And then I'm going to drag my text that I made in Cinema 4D, I'm going to drag it into Photoshop. And you see that it's transparent since I made it alpha channel and what was it, PNG. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to get this tool to drag it, and I'm going to drag it into my template. And yes, I'm just going to set it there for right now, and I'm going to go in my documents. And if you want this if you want some of these effects and everything that I got, I'll put the description, the link in my description for you to download it. I got like the machinima logos, and I got flares, I got a bunch of stuff. That's what I'm starting to use to make my backgrounds, and just download those if you want to make a background like mine. Beast, as they say. Okay, now I'm just going to open this. If you got different textures and everything you want to use, go right ahead. I'm just going to open my textures, and I'm going to get my black backdrop, just drag it over the whole entire thing. So you know, I'm going to do things a little different this time. I'm going to paint this whole background part. So click on the pattern fill. I'm going to paint this whole thing. I'm going to right click, change your brush size to 2500, and I'm just going to keep painting over this. it will hurry. And I think that's good right there. Just let me do a few final touch-ups right there. And I'm gonna take my text that I made in Cinema 4D, Control T or Command T if you're on Mac, and then right click and click rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, so it goes like this, and just set it like right here. And I'm gonna rotate it just a little so it fits right on the end of this, and click enter, and so it looks like this. It looks 3D and everything. Now I'm gonna go back in my documents and I'm gonna go get let's see, some lighting strokes. So I'm gonna get something like I'm gonna go get some smoke. Remember, this will all be in the description below. You might have to download in parts because I need to get the media fire thing, whatever it is. But no, I'm not going to use this. Just go back. You can have whatever you want. You don't have to follow the exact same steps as me. And I'm going to get, if I can find my smoke and everything, screenshots. First, let me get some sparks and just drag it inside whatever photo you want. Drag it inside Photoshop, and then just go, if you got a background like this, a black background on your image, just go to your blend modes and change this to screen. Okay, just so it doesn't have all that black and everything. That's not a racist joke. No, I'm not racist. And I'm just gonna drag it like right there, and I'm gonna drag the sparks behind my text. Maybe I might keep it in front. I'll have to see. And I'm just gonna go back to my documents and I'm gonna go get some more images. I'm gonna get some smoke and change the blend modes to green, and then right click rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, and then I'm just gonna put this right about here, and I'm gonna drag this underneath the, here, let me see something. I'm going to drag that underneath my text, and let's see, go back, get some stuff. I'm going to get something like, let's see, no, she won't like this kind of stuff. I'm just making this for y'all. I'm going to get like some fire. And this fire design will be in the description below also. I'm just going to drag this into a new tab inside of Photoshop, and I'm going to go to the channels and then hold Control or Command and click on the green, and then drag while holding Control. Make sure it shows like the scissors or whatever, and just drag this inside of the template. And I'm just going to press Control T or Command T if you're on Mac. Right click, rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. And I'm just going to drag this out. something like this. Go back to my layers, and let's see. I'm gonna drag this under my smoke. You know what? I'm getting rid of that fire. Getting rid of the sparks. Okay, well, I got that. Now what you might want to do is, if you got like optical flare, let me go get some optical flares. If you don't got optical flares, I suggest you to get them, because putting them inside of your Photoshop and everything, putting them on background makes it just look like awesome. And again, rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. Just drag this down, boom, like that, because I'm awesome. And I know y'all are jealous about that. Like, you're like, oh, we know he's awesome. He's smart. He's too smart for us. No, I'm joking. And if you see, the flare is too light. So what I'm gonna do, press Control J or Command J if you're on Mac, and I'm gonna make the blend mode overlay. No, I'm not. Here, I'll just keep duplicating these. Enter Control J, Control J. You know what? No, I'll get a different flare. And just do whatever you want. We could just add something that makes it look awesome. I've been doing this for a month, or well, actually making background stuff for a month or so. I'm just gonna drag this underneath the text, and let's see. Background isn't gonna be the best, but it's just for a tutorial. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some abstract stuff. Let's see, light effects, and I'll drag this inside of Photoshop, and this will be the background for it, and just stretch it out all the way, and then click enter, and I'm going to drag this underneath the content area. And then what I'll do is I'll get my eraser tool to make this look more awesome. I'm gonna just erase in some parts, and like this, and then I'm gonna change the opacity down to about 63. Just keep making it in different areas. And that doesn't look good because I forgot to change the opacity down before I did it, so I'll just put this back in there and do the same thing again. Something like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. Whoops. And you just want to make it look good. You don't want it to be all bright and stuff everywhere. And it could go like this. And let's see, just keep dragging it onto the same parts. let's see. I'll remove the audio for this part. This part's gonna carry on for way too long. Let's see. Okay, something like this. And let's see, what we could do now is start adding some more effects, more smoke, more fire, more whatever you want. I'm not gonna judge you. Let's see, this is looking pretty good right now. So let's see, what else should I do? If you want to fake that you got the cinema partnership, then you can find the logo for that. I got just the Respawn logo or something like that. Now let's see. I'm gonna put some icons in here. Probably. Let's see. Facebook logo, something, I don't know. And let's see. Okay, I need to find the logos. So let's see. Then 2D icon. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I'll put a YouTube logo. Right click, rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. Put it behind this. I'll make it look like a shadow or something. Let's see. Shrink it down. Dun, 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 dun. No. Decide whatever you want. Basically, after this point, it's all up to y'all. If you want on your text, we can have like a gradient overlay, and it's not going to look like that once we're done with it. But go click on your gradient overlay, make the angle it's 0. No, it's 180 then. Okay, and then click on your gradient. Make the black, let's change that to light gray, like kind of dark gray I mean. And then This I'm gonna change it to, wait, first I'm gonna change the opacity. So let's see, something like that, and then I'm going to change the angle to 0. I'm going to change the white, I'm going to change that to like a light gray, dark gray I mean. Okay, that's good. I'm going to change this back, the scale back to 100. Okay, and just so you get like this kind of dark effect, it's not going to look as great because it's 3D. And so let's see, drop shadow, we can add drop shadow to it. Click on your drop shadow, and let's see, let's change the opacity to something like, let's see, like 73. Make the distance, make that a 10. This isn't going to be as it's a great tutorial or anything as I was hoping for. I'm just trying to, I'm not going to do like the best effects or anything like I normally do. This I wanted to keep it under like an hour or so. So let's see, you could add an outer glow or an inner glow. I think that's good right there. Then just close all these effects so you can't see them. Whoops. And let's duplicate our text. So Control J. Man, I keep clicking on that. Control J or Command J if you're on Mac. And right click, rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Rotate 90 degrees clockwise. And then just put that right there. And so let's see, that's looking pretty good right there. Not as good as I was hoping for, but hey, it'll do. It's better than nothing. Okay, now what you can do is, well, basically just do whatever you want. We've gotten this far, and the rest of it is entirely up to you. So yeah, I'm gonna take off these 3D text, and I'm gonna take off everything actually, and now I'm just gonna show how to do it without Cinema 4D. What you're gonna want to do is get your text tool and change this to whatever color you want. I'm gonna go with like kind of a light blue, like this kind of blue, and then click anywhere. I usually change the size of the tool to 150, and I'm going to put major. Okay, and just click check. And then click Control T or Command T if you're on Mac, and just hold Shift and drag the text out. And then that's good right there. And then Control T or Command T if you're on Mac. And rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. And I'm going to put this about let me get this right on. I guess right there. I'm going to double click on that text and go gradient overlay, and we're going to make the angle 0. Never mind, usually it's 0, but I guess we're going to have to make it 180. And click on your gradient, and let's make the black. You're going to make that kind of light darkish gray. I'm gonna go with something around there. And if you want the same gray that I use, it's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All 2s. There's 6 2s. Yeah. And change the white to whatever color you want. I'm gonna go for like this kind of blue, something like this, a bluish kind of color, and I'm gonna drag the black up quite a lot, something like maybe right there, and just click OK. And then I'm gonna go to outer glow, and I'm gonna make the outer glow, let's see, I'm gonna make it like a kind of darker blue than what I had just used, so maybe something like right there. And let's see, if you want to make it look like really cool, go click bevel and emboss, and let's see, we're gonna make it, you can make it outer bevel, inner bevel. Outer bevel will make it look more 3D. Yeah, inner bevel, it pushes it in. Emboss, it I can't really tell what it does. Looks like it pushes it out and makes it look 3D. Pillow emboss, it pushes it in. Stroke emboss, there's like, can't really tell what it does, but I'm gonna make it outer emboss, outer bevel, and I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna make it you can make it chisel hard. It gives it like that cool Cinema 4D kind of 3D effect. I'm gonna go for smooth, probably. No, I'll go for chisel hard. And let's see, you can make the depth whatever you want. The depth, I'm gonna keep that the same, and I'm gonna keep everything else the same. And you can go for a drop shadow or inner shadow. Inner shadow gives it like this kind of effect, like that. I might go for that. Drop the opacity down to about 25. And let's see, make a stroke that will get rid of your glow. I think that's good right there, and just click OK. And what you can do now is, let's close the effects so you can't see them, because you want to keep your workspace clean where you could see what you're doing and everything. And on your text, press Control J or Command J if you're on Mac, and then Control T or Command T if you're on Mac, and right click and make this rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. Rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, and just hold shift and drag it all the way over to the other side. You want to make sure you hold shift so it doesn't go so it goes straight like that. And what we're gonna have to do is double click on your text, go to your gradient overlay, and we're gonna make the angle 0, just so it switches sides that they're on. And let's see, that's looking pretty good right there. And what you can do next is get like textures or whatever you want. I'm gonna go get, let's see, I'm gonna get some lights, light effects. Let's see, whoops, wrong one. Light strokes, I mean. I'm gonna get something like this. This is what I use for my background, my new background. I got like a background every week or something. That's awesome. Let me get rid of this text right here. Okay. And I'm just gonna rotate this till it's like kind of straight. And that's good. And I'm just gonna place it, well, I'm gonna stretch it out a little. and then I'm gonna place it like right there. I'm gonna remove this. Whoops. Let's see. I'm gonna right click, move the size down. Just keep going over it like this. My computer's getting a little laggy because how much I'm doing. Okay, that's good right there. If you want to change the color for one thing and not change the color for everything, what you're gonna want to do is, okay, to change the color to one thing, one item, select your item, then go image, and then adjustments, and then hue and saturation. Sorry about that, there was a train passing by again. Okay, once you're on hue and saturation, you're going to want to check colorize, and then bring the saturation to whatever you want. The lightness, I just drag it down just a little, and then bring color up to whatever you want, and something like that, and then just click OK, and then click Control and J just to copy it. Control and T to move it and everything, and then click flip vertical, and like that's good. And I'm just gonna click enter. Then I'm gonna erase some of this. Whoops. Something like that. Done. Yeah. And that's good right there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a material, a texture, and yeah, that's fine. Get a texture, and I want like kind of a material, I mean like metal texture. I know I got a bunch, so I won't have too much problem finding them. Dun, 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 dun. Metal like this, and I'm just gonna drag this out, put it right there, and I'm gonna drag it underneath my text, and let's see, that looks good right there. So you can put like a metal background and then make your bevel and emboss, and you can make an inner bevel, and that would look pretty awesome right there. Click OK. Oops. Make the size whatever you want. First, what I'm going to do is I am going to change the color of this. Go image, adjustments, hue and saturation. Click colorize. I'm going to bring the lightness down a little. Saturation up, and about like right there. And then I'm just going to start erasing. Doom, yeah. That's what awesome people do. They make like some weird sound effects while they're making a video. Let's see. Whoops. I'm gonna bring the size down. Something like that. And then I'm just gonna erase the rest of this part. You don't have to, but I prefer to. Gives you more work. Like awesome people, they work. Okay, something like that, and then I'm gonna drag the metal. Well, no, the metal's good right there. I'm gonna click Control Control, drag these two things right here are lights. I'm gonna drag them underneath the metal, and then so let's see, that's how it looks. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to click on my metal, go back to image, adjustments, hue and saturation. I'm going to colorize this. I'm going to make the saturation more something like this. Lighten this down like there, and then let's see. You know what, I'm gonna do erase this stuff here. Whoops. Hey, look, that's perfectly straight. And let's see. Yeah, it's still not blended in, so image, adjustments, hue and saturation, colorize, make the saturation go up. There's my color. Okay, that's good right there. And I'm just gonna get rid of these little, whatever you want to call it, in between the text. Just to make it look more professional. You could do this however you want. I prefer to do it like this. And then I'll add like some lights or whatever in the middle right there. And that looks good. Okay, now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get like some light strokes again. So light strokes, and let's see, all this will be inside of the description below. I'll upload all of it. I'm not saying that I'm the one that made it all. I got these from some other people. Special thanks to them. I'll put their name in the description below. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add. Okay, sorry about that. Another train. Yeah, so I just put this material here and go to the blend mode, make this green, and then what you're going to want to do, Control T. Come on. Control T. Oh wow, what is it doing? Undo group layers. Okay, Control T, and I'm just gonna drag this about right here, and I'm gonna erase the text down here. Yes, and then let's see, image, adjustments, hue and saturation, colorize. I'm going to bring the color up to 211. Saturation, bring this up. Lightness, bring this down. Saturation, bring it up some more until you get the color that you're happy with. Yeah, and then just Control J and Control T, or or Command J and Command T if you're on Mac. And I'm going to take both of these by holding Control, and I'm going to drag them underneath the metal, and just so I get this kind of effect. And this looks pretty awesome right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both my I'm going to take all of these effects that I made right here. Wait, but first what you're going to want to do is go to the bottom thing that you made right here, the light stroke, and make the opacity around like 35 and just go over, whoops, it's one of these, I don't know, let's see, just go over top of these things until you can barely see it. Sorry if I got a little bit too loud. I got close to the mic so I can see it. Because that, when you bring it into YouTube, I'll show you my channel. I had to do a little bit of it right here, and just give it a nice effect and everything. Like it's going, like this is all part of your background right here. Yeah, so just do that, and then you can do the same for the top. Okay, and then get your metal effect, Control J, Control T. I'm gonna flip it again, flip it again. Something like that. It looks better if you line it perfect and everything, so just erase the edges if you mess up. Yeah, so now we got both our metals, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna press Control J on whatever else you got, Control T, flip horizontal, and I'm gonna put it right there, and then I'm gonna get the other, Control J, Control T, flip horizontal, and I'm just gonna drag it right about there. And now let's see, now we've got all this, and then just get our light strokes, Control J, Control T, whoops, Control T. Usually what I have to do, I have to flip it vertical, and then I bring it down to the R, the top one that was on this R, I bring it down to this R right here, and then just enter, and then do the same thing right here, whoops. Let's see, it's this one, and then I flip vertical, and I put this one up here on them. Okay, and just click enter, and now you've got a pretty nice decent background right here. And if you want to do any more effects to this, go ahead. Put like more light strokes, more light effects, more I might put some smoke in here, so let me find my smoke screenshots, smoke, something like this. Make this green, then right click, rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, and just drag it about like right there. And now you've got a really nice effect. And let's see, I'll just turn my opacity up, get rid of all this, and then copy your smoke or whatever you're using, and then flip horizontal, and then drag it right there. And let's see, maybe some sparks would make it look good. Wait, I'll use some bullets again. And I'll use this one, make the blend mode, make that screen. I want to make this shorter because I'm almost at 57, an hour. Put that about right there, and then go to image, adjustments. Whoops, first you have to rasterize the layer. Okay, image, adjustments, hue and saturation, colorize. I'm going to change the color up. Whoop. Color at 111. And about like right there. And then I'm going to Control J on the bullet. And I'm going to do something like this. Make it smaller, rotate it, something like that. And then Control J. Now I'm going to flip horizontal. Now I'm going to drag this over to this side. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Control J, Control T, right click, flip horizontal, drag it over. And let's see. Control T. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then just add whatever else you want. I might add some sparks. What are no, I want some sparks. I don't want too much sparks. And then make blend mode screen. Right click, rotate counterclockwise, and put this somewhere like right about there. And let's see, drag this, wait no, I'll leave it about right there, just so it looks like it hits the bullet. And then Control J, Control T, flip horizontal, and then drag it about like right there. And now you've got a pretty sick background. You can change the color of these if you want. I might leave them the way they are, and add in some optical flares, makes it always look good, but I might not this time. And I'm gonna add some water, change it to screen. I want to make text look like it has water on it. That water doesn't look that good. Maybe something like this. No. Okay, that is good. Whoops. I accidentally deleted that, so I'm just going to drag this in again. Change the screen, change the blend mode to screen. Right click, flip, rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. Let's see, put it like right here. And I'm going to drag this above our text. And let's see. Do that. Get rid of the rest of this. Let's see. Just drag it somewhere on your first letter. You know what? I'm not going to put that because it's going to be way too long. Yeah, so that's basically it. You got a nice background, and yeah, let's see, for an hour I've been recording. Well, that's about it. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment, leave me a message, tell me what you think. if you want a tutorial to be done. Tell me what you want it to be about. Thanks.